McGraw. And of course, Kara played in the SEC for Pat Summit. Underway, home whites for the Fighting Irish, co-champs in the regular season with NC State.
Pinned down for Citron, and Duke is very aggressive on the ball. This is a connected defensive team. Notre Dame's going to have to be really sharp in their details.
Citron with the pull-up, knocks it down. She had a terrific stretch late in the season getting that senior urgency going.
She played off of 2 pin downs and several different screening action, and they were definitely scripting the first play for Citron.
As good a starting 5 as you will find anywhere in the country for the Fighting Irish. And the Duke Blue Devils, Jackson to Delaney Thomas.
There are certain matchups on the floor defensively that Duke will look to expose. They will try to put Olivia Miles and Maddie Westbeld in as much ball screen action as they can.
Miles to Westbeld. Missed the first 13 games of the season due to injury, so she's only played half a year. As Hidalgo probes, and taken away by Taina Mayer, the sophomore point guard for Duke.
Thomas posting up hard, looking for the lob. This is a matchup right here. Mayer taking advantage of Westbeld off the bounce.
Rebound, Leah King, the grad transfer from Pitt.
Duke is a terrific offensive rebounding team. 42% of the shots they miss, they rebound.
Citron from Miles can't hit the 3. And Duke will counter. Richardson, tough pass for her to catch, and it's taken back by Citron.
Duke is so good at pushing you into help, into screens. They don't let you reject screens.
Hidalgo, good use of the Westbeld screen to lay it up and in. She holds her elbow heading back to the other end, trying to shake something off.
Icing that ball screen. See how Hidalgo's got her shoulders to the sideline, not letting you reverse the basketball.
Donovan has to kick it back out. Mayer will pull up. And here comes Olivia Miles. Really good rebounding guards for the Fighting Irish. Hidalgo will take another one. Back-to-back buckets for the Player of the Year and the Defender of the Year in the ACC. Just a sophomore out of Merchantville, New Jersey.
Kara Lawson upset. Her players don't seem to know the set she wants them to run. How can you not know the offense at this point in the season?
Richardson. Miles has it weak side. King flashes high, tried to swirl it around to Westbeld.
Hannah Hidalgo, so good right here. The rub off Westbeld to the other side of the rim. When she goes to the paint, she's going to score. When Olivia Miles goes to the paint, a lot of times she's going to pass.
Here comes Mayer, headed the other way. Of course, we talk about Duke's defense. Notre Dame's is pretty good as well, considering they have 2 players, both Hidalgo and Citron, on the all-defensive team. Jaden Donovan, a member of that crew for Duke.
I think one of the keys to Notre Dame is keeping Olivia Miles on the left side of the floor. You got to keep her over here.
Citron, Westbeld slips the screen and a blocking foul called on Mayer. Dee Kantner, Angelica Suffren, Karen Preto are officials today. Looking to get Westbeld to touch, knocked loose by Thomas. Donovan tries to feed it up forward, and Notre Dame will take it right back. Hidalgo on the run. finds Miles in transition for three.
That is twice Duke has tried to push and transition, turned it over, and Notre Dame comes back and strikes so quickly with their balanced offensive attack and their 5 weapons on the floor.
That would be so big for Miles, who over the last several weeks, her shooting has been off. She's worked so hard and improved her three-point shot this year.
I mean, it's just a good job of advanced passing off the turnover. Miles spotting up in the slot, knocking down the triple.
Liza Carlin checking in, as well as Cass Prosper for the Fighting Irish. Oluchi Okananwa, one of the top players off the bench in the country, and Duke's leading scorer, Toby Fournier, the ACC Freshman of the Year, also in off the bench.
Duke does a really good job of isolating Fournier for deep catches that are hard to bring a double to.
Ashlon Jackson at the line, an 89% shooter. She's been in double figures 4 straight games for Duke.
She's their best three-point shooter, Beth, and she has had a great year.
Yeah.
She's a second-team All-ACC performer. I think you could have put her on the first team.
She had 6 triples in a 30-point performance against K-State. That looms as a really good non-conference win for the Blue Devils.
Keeping Miles on the left side. There you go. Steal.
Taken away, Richardson running with Fournier. And Toby fouled and will head to the line.
It's a good job scout-wise. Keep her on the left side and then get the deflection and the steal. Don't let Miles get back to that right hand. I think that ball hit off the back of Carlin's heel.
It did, yeah.
Gotta have a lucky bounce once in a while.
Fournier over 150 attempts, over 100 free throw makes for the freshman from Toronto. He's in the Canadian national pool. Able to hit that first one. Highly recruited out of high school and has shown her stuff this year, averaging 19 per game in the last 4. So when a lot of freshmen are hitting the wall, Toby is not. Jackson in the spin cycle, up and in.
What a nice job. Good job of Donovan, too, changing the angle of her screen to give Jackson a lane to the rim.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Ally, the bank that's your ally. You don't like the Hawaiian? Regular season matchup was all Notre Dame. It featured a 17-1 run midway through the game. As they dominated, Duke's offense really struggled, held to just 49 points. Their starters really couldn't get anything going against the Fighting Irish. So they are hungry for a win today, Taylor Tannenbaum.
Over the last few weeks of the regular season, Duke only lost twice to Louisville, which they avenged yesterday, and to Notre Dame in South Bend. So when I met with a couple of these Duke leaders and asked them what it was going to take this time around to flip the script against the Irish, they gave me a couple of key words, all with a similar meaning. Oluchi Okananwa said intensity. Ashlon Jackson said compete. And Jaden Donovan said attack. She felt like they stopped attacking in the second half last time out against the Irish. So expect a full 40 from the Blue Devils today, guys.
Thank you, Taylor. Miles off the cross, rebounded by Donovan, and a chance for Duke to take the lead here midway through this first quarter. Fournier with a catch in traffic, lost it. And now Prosper will push the other way. Hannah Hidalgo, 4 points for her with a couple of buckets and a turnover there. A bit of a sloppy start for Duke. Their first ACC title game since 2017, if they can win. And for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, they are defending last year's championship. They won it over NC State. If they win this afternoon, they will face the Wolfpack again tomorrow in the final.
A little confusion over the defense Notre Dame's in. Some were in man, some were in zone in that possession. Now they're in zone.
Donovan with that shot from overhead knocks it down, and Duke's in front.
It might not be a pretty looking shot, but effective against the zone, working in that ACC logo area between the elbows and the nail.
It's a 7-0 Blue Devil run. Carlin over the top to Caval, ties it up.
Much better high-low look, throwing it down the middle third, then throwing it from the wing and expecting that Caval can catch that and make a play.
Fournier fouled for the second time.
You want to get the ball in the middle area right here. That is the dangerous area against the zone, because you put a playmaker there who can make shots or passes, and there's the high-low right down the middle third.
That's the second foul on Carlin. She goes out. Citron and Westbeld back in. Double team immediately on Fournier, wrapped up. She only has 9 assists on the season. Her first instinct is always to turn to the bucket and put it up.
She's not going to pass it. She's not on the floor to pass.
She's one of their 20-point scorers in a game this year, 6 of them for Duke.
Her shot chart is right around the restricted area. If you watch her make plays, she's effective there, and Duke does a really good job getting the ball there to her.
9 games of better than 20 points this season. One more would tie their rookie record.
If it wasn't for Michaela Blakes at Vandy and Joyce Edwards at South Carolina and Sarah Strong at UConn, she'd have a case for maybe freshman of the year, but I think those other players have a stronger case.
Probably Strong, I would think, at UConn.
Strong or Blakes. Michaela Blakes was a first-team All-SEC performer. I believe Joyce Edwards might have been also, but I think Blakes was the freshman of the year in the SEC.
Yes. Some full court pressure here from Duke.
We'll get to see Joyce Edwards next against Oklahoma.
That's right. And then LSU, Texas in the nightcap. Anissa Morrow had 36 in their win in the ACC quarters. Citron takes a couple of bumps and now a whistle and a foul.
All right. That's the whistle today. That's Duke's advantage. They are a much more physical team.
And in a passing lane, Hidalgo's got it back. Westbeld, open 3.
Oh, look at the motor of Okananwa.
Just non-stop. Here she is off the rebound, and now the push. knocked loose by Prosper. Oh, and Hidalgo anticipates beautifully to get the pick.
As much as Okananwa's effort and motor is on the defensive end, it looks a little out of control always on the offensive end because she plays at one speed, and that is fast.
3 steals per game. One of the best in the country is Hannah Hidalgo. Fournier with the catch. Again, immediately doubled, stripped loose. 3-on-2. Hidalgo to Citron.
I think the Notre Dame zone is critical in this matchup against Duke. I think you have to force them to the perimeter. It limits what Toby Fournier can do, as long as you know where Ashlon Jackson is.
Jackson tries to shoot over the top. Fournier, offensive rebound. They are really good at that.
42% of their misses, they offensive rebound. That is an incredibly high number.
This is Kara Lawson's best offensive unit, best scoring team that she's had in Durham. That's going to be a travel.
Notre Dame, one of the tops in the nation, just under 12 a game. Hannah Hidalgo, the defensive player of the year in the ACC. She got a pretty good chance to be the National Defensive Player of the Year as well. She's reminding her teammates right now about ball fakes. You got to stay solid, stay between your player and the basket. You got to reverse the ball because Notre Dame starts in a tandem on the top, but as soon as you reverse it, they go back to the 2-3, and that middle area is open right there.
To Jesus, lost the handle. Hidalgo got another takeaway. Numbers again for the Irish. Hannah will keep, hang, and hit. Defense triggering their offense. Comes the double down on Fournier. DeJesus trying to shake up the zone.
The most veteran player for Kara Lawson, who has been there from the beginning in her 5 years. One of her first recruits.
Out of Sierra Canyon, out in Southern California. Could hold for a one shot here. Okananwa on Hidalgo.
Ghost.
Hannah spins and doesn't get to go. That was a shot clock buzzer that went off. It's going to be Duke ball to inbound. Looks like 4/10 on the clock. It'll stay that way. And that'll be it.
Fake, shot fake, high post entry, dribble entries. Those are ways that you can get into your offense.
11 of the 17 points off of turnovers for Notre Dame. Duke, well balanced. Nobody with more than one basket, but a handful have gotten involved offensively. And that's going to be a foul out top. Jordan Wood getting into Hidalgo.
You can't reach. You know, everyone's in a stance. Everyone's moving their feet. They've got high hands. They're connected. They're making the right switches. You don't want to foul there.
Hidalgo, Okananwa getting the assignment on her most of the time, first touched up the floor.
Look at that help by Okananwa.
Hidalgo floats one up and in.
And then you got an end of the shot clock All-American making a play.
5 baskets already for Hidalgo. Had a couple of cold shooting nights late in the season, but now got it cooking again. Last year's tournament MVP, shooting it well here in Greensboro. Miles circles it back outside. Here's King. She'll drive it to the right side, averaging a double-double for Notre Dame. Westbeld, good cut by Hidalgo, and then King out of the corner. Box out for Thomas. Wood in the trail, good 3-shooter. Last touch by the Irish.
1 for 4 outside the 3-point line. I'd keep staying in that zone until Duke found someone to knock down a three besides Vanessa De Jesus.
De Jesus off the bounce. Deflected out. Prosper will come on. Hidalgo will check out. 10 points in 12 minutes, pretty efficient. On the inbounds, Richardson lost it. Westbeld suffered a bloody nose yesterday. She may have gotten hit in the head again there inadvertently. Yes, she did. And the bloody nose returns.
That kid can't catch a break this year. It just feels like she missed her first 16. With a foot injury, it took her a while to come back. They really need her to make a late postseason run.
They seem to be at their best when they've got all 5 starters involved. And then they've got the playmakers to get things done late in games. And of course, so much on the line for Westbeld, the senior from Ohio, Citron, the senior from New York. 2010 is the last Notre Dame class that did not reach a Final Four, and these guys are still looking for a trip there. You know, your intent when you sign with the Irish is to compete for a national championship, and that is something that they have their sights set on, and they think they've got the group to get there this year.
3 consecutive Sweet 16s. There's a couple of things I think they need to be able to do to get over the hump. One is their post players have to shoot it better than 50%. Their assist turnover ratio between Miles and Hidalgo has to be a 2-to-1. They have to have a 55% assisted basket number. And I think their guards have to keep rebounding, because their guards rebound, get them into their transition game.
They win the ACC championship, they are definitely in the discussion for a 1 seed for the NCAA tournament. Caval fouled, going to her left.
This is a muddy, ugly, and just the way Duke wants it. Their turnovers, they have limited here in the second quarter, but the pace is what Kara Lawson wants, because it allows her defense to get locked in. And they are best when they're in their quarter court. Their turnovers have allowed Notre Dame to run, but when they're not turning it over, they're doing a good job of defending in the quarter court.
So Caval to the free throw line, the 6'5" freshman from Ukraine, 76%. Don't forget the men's regular season comes to a close today. Arizona, Kansas at 4:30 on ESPN, and then the Duke-Carolina game from the Dean Dome, 6:30 tonight.
All eyes on that Duke-Carolina game. If Carolina can beat Duke, that puts a 3-way tie on the top of the men's standings between Louisville, Clemson, and the Blue Devils. And Duke beat Louisville, Louisville beat Clemson, and Clemson beat Duke. I'm not sure what the tiebreaker is there for seeding.
De Jesus hesitates and gets to the rim. 4 points off the bench for her. Check at 5.
It's one of the best benches in the ACC.
Yeah.
Got to be ready for helping on that lob.
Thomas is there defensively, and Duke can retake the lead here.
Sometimes I wonder why players don't ball fake before they throw the lob.
Inside, Thomas.
Delaney Thomas, Reagan Richardson.
Got a foul on the backdoor cut. Looks like Richardson was hanging on to Citron.
Watch De Jesus playing off the screen, a little stutter when you get the big 6'5" and drop coverage, jumping out. There's no match there. And then Delaney Thomas making herself available with 2 feet in the paint.
Second foul on Richardson.
Little flex action right here on the out of bounds.
And they tried to get it to Prosper, and Notre Dame's sloppy here in this second quarter.
Really sloppy, 3 turnovers, all trying to make the lob play over the top.
Hidalgo quickly off the bench. She's getting set to check back in. DeJesus. Oh, she's feeling it. Vanessa with 7.
Duke's doing a good job of running their ball screen action in the middle third, and with Caval on the floor, it's drop coverage for the Irish.
And another turnover on the no-look pass from Miles. Heat check, Vanessa. That won't go. She scored 95 points all year, and she is getting it done here today.
Screen, roll, attack, the drop coverage. Well executed by the most veteran player on the Duke roster. Coming to the ACC tournament, ready to play.
Didn't play last year due to an injury, a reserve for 3 seasons. And now some quality minutes here in the ACC tournament. Let's see if Hidalgo can get Notre Dame back on track here. Miles, scoop shot around and out.
A really tough contested too.
It's Notre Dame ball.
Donovan trying to drop it off right here. Carol Lawson thinks it's her ball, but it's going the other way.
Notre Dame, through the first 4 minutes, has taken 3 shots and turned it over 3 times.
Out of rhythm right now, out of sync. Duke defense dictating.
Really disruptive. Citron, pass over the top, Caval. Nice finish with the left. DeJesus, picked by Hidalgo. She'll pull up for 3 in transition. Irish get on the glass, and the putback is good from Carlin.
See, I like that decision to shoot that 3 because she looked for rebounders before she took it.
Oh, Okananwa wide open inside and draws the foul.
Kate Caval, the big 6'5" freshman, doing a good job of working without the ball for position. Screen, roll, make yourself available at the front of the rim. Too big, 2 points, 2 feet in the paint.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement and benefits plan that works for your team. Last 5 champs includes this Notre Dame team a year ago. Hannah Hidalgo MVP honors. The winner of this one will face North Carolina State. Maddie Westbeld for the 2nd game in a row, a bloody nose. And getting some medical attention. And as Okananwa gets to the free throw line, this is what happened just a moment ago. Taylor's got more for us on Maddie.
Maddie Westbeld still sitting on the end of this Irish bench, trying to stop that nosebleed. Her fellow forward, Kylie Watson's been sitting with her, comforting her. Leah King came over to check on her. But as always, Maddie, you know her, calm, cool, and collected, has stayed out here. So it's clear, guys, she's trying to do whatever she can to stop this bleed and get back out in this game.
Well, they need her. She's a big part of the rhythm of their offense. Her 3-point shooting ability, her pick and pop ability.
Tough to get a handle on it for the Irish. Hidalgo shot up, no. And then gets another steal and draws a foul. So quick with the hands.
Sometimes it looks like there's 2 of her out there. She gets a piece of this one right here. And she brings such incredible energy and joy to the game. And when she falls to the ground, which she falls a lot, she's quick to get back up.
She had 19 against Duke in the regular season win. Had 25 yesterday in the quarters against Cal. Top 5 in the country in scoring and steals.
Low scoring, possession for possession game. Duke's only turned it over 2 times here in the 2nd quarter. Notre Dame extending a little bit of pressure off the made free throws.
Okananwa, they swing it around to the shooter, Jackson. Notre Dame ball.
Ashlon Jackson's had some good looks outside the 3-point line. She's got to make them. She's their best 3-point shooter. As we take a look at Maddie Westbeld going back to the locker room with Ann Marquez, one of the great trainers in the history of Notre Dame hoops.
Tied at 26, coming up on 4 minutes to go in this first half of the ACC semis. Citron can't hit the 3. Offensive rebound, Carlin. Another offensive board. Caval missed the layup. Fournier, she misses a layup. Duke will keep it. Both defenses have taken the 3-ball away as a weapon. A combined 2 for 13 for the 2 clubs here in the first half. Citron will try and change that. Nope. Off the ball fake, Donovan, tough pass.
You know, if you're Duke, you're like, hey, we need to keep this thing low scoring. Donovan just tugged on her jersey to the bench, or excuse me, Okananwa basically saying, I need a break.
Got a whistle and a foul underneath. That'll be the 2nd foul on Donovan. Kara Lawson says about her, she is the player that allows our defense to be what it is and to be so disruptive.
It's because she's the most versatile defender that Duke has. Guards 1 through 5, can blow up ball screen coverage, is a tremendous rebounder, has great length in the passing lane, and has an IQ for it and a hunger down there to play some D.
And now she's going to come out with the 2 fouls. Here's Caval. Boy, both sides are really struggling here in this second quarter, and Caval commits the frustration foul.
Every stoppage, every time the ball goes out of bounds, every time the whistle blows, it takes away rhythm and pace for Notre Dame. I didn't think I was going to say first to 50 in this one.
Well, that's what it's shaping up to be. Under 3 to play in the half. Notre Dame, one of the top scoring teams in the country. Number 5, to be exact. Fournier, 15-footer, nope. Only 2 Duke players have more than 1 basket. DeJesus and Thomas. She's got more than 1. Hidalgo now with 14 points.
Is Hidalgo out there pretty much going, you can't guard me right now? Can't check me.
Another 3-ball, errant from Emma Cable, who has now come into the game. Hidalgo forced that one up. Another offensive rebound for Carlin. They're getting multiple chances here. Citron back to King. On the run, Fournier. Likes that repost better, and she comes up short.
Watch the feet, how quick they go. Look at how she could stop on a dime, pull it back, and get back to that right hand. Uses that last bounce to power into her jump shot. So well done.
She's been the only player able to score today, 6 for 12. Prosper, and 1.
Really good job to recognize a mismatch early in their offense. Prosper with a size advantage over Mayer right here. Spin cycle through the contact, and 1.
And the Canadian completes the 3-point play, 7-0 run for Notre Dame. Duke scoreless for the last 5.5 minutes. Their last field goal. 1 minute to go in the first half.
Can't get Jackson going, just have not been able to get her going.
Okananwa got it from the corner 3.
If Mayer hadn't jumped in the air and passed that ball before she came down, that shot would not have been available. It's a really nice find. Go 2 for 1 here.
Hidalgo on the cross, pulls up. Mayer has it, shot clock off. Fournier screen, Mayer for the lead. And Hidalgo will let it run out. 31-29, Notre Dame in front of Duke. Hannah Hidalgo leading all scorers with 14. 19-1 run, and that was the ball game. Duke must avoid a similar situation here to open up this third quarter.
Playing against the zone, working the ball side to side.
Pass over the top, picked off. Good news for the Irish. Maddie Westbeld is back out there on the floor for Notre Dame after the bloody nose in the first half. So both sides able to field their starters at the beginning of the game to open up the second. Miles looking for Hidalgo on the cut. And she continues to be the scorer in this one, 16 for Hannah.
Really good patience. Back-to-back turnovers.
Hidalgo, Citron, spotting up for three. Thomas boards. Here comes Richardson, thought about it. Kicked out of bounds.
Notre Dame gets a tip and a deflection right here, and then the steal. Westbeld to King, and quickly they are converting from defense to offense.
Back in that 2-3 zone. Here's Jackson, deep three. Boy, neither side has been able to use that as a weapon so far today. Mayer, the skip pass, Richardson will try and hit.
Well, if anybody needs to get hot, and hot in a postseason, it's Reagan Richardson. He's had a tough second part of the season shooting the basketball.
Westbeld picked up the dribble. That's always trouble against Duke. Five on the shot clock. Hidalgo will look to create. Mayer defending. I don't know if they see it. Miles will have to jack. They put her in a tough spot there.
Watch the skip pass over the top. Richardson ready to score. Notre Dame staying in the zone. I think Neil Ivey is wise. She knows her team would have a hard time guarding some of Duke's actions. They had a hard time guarding him the first time they met.
Backdoor cut, Citron. King has position on a smaller defender, and now a double comes to help out. Citron into the lane, takes a bump, and will go to the line. So Sonia Citron playing in her 121st career game. She is third right now amongst active scorers in their careers in the ACC, over 1,700 points. Hey, tomorrow's Championship Sunday, and the Nothing But Net crew will have you covered beginning at noon Eastern. It's a 1-hour pregame show on ACC Network, and then a wrap-up show after the championship game, which is at 1 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. We'll have a triple header for you tomorrow. ACC, SEC, and Big 12 finals. Richardson misses a layup. Jackson with the left hand, scoops it up and in.
That's an aggressive take. Playing north and south and not necessarily just on top of that zone.
Citron, and a foul on Richardson, and that's going to be her third.
It's just a good take right here. A little drag in transition. You get to the second level, and a nice job of finishing at the rim. So Jackson and Richardson got to get going, Beth.
And now Richardson has to leave with foul trouble. Carlin. To Miles. There's just nothing coming easy for Notre Dame against this Duke defense. They're going to have to hustle one up again, and it's taken away. Stolen by Donovan. On the run with Mayer, and Taina finishes, and Duke is back in front.
Well, Duke has taken Notre Dame deep into their shot clock, and Hannah Hidalgo gave it up to Miles late. Miles gives it up to Westbeld late. Wouldn't you think that Hannah and Miles would want the ball in a late clock?
This is a team that averages 85 points per game. And they have been stymied by the Blue Devil defense, and Miles called for the offensive foul.
I mean, they have nothing going right here. Westbeld gets it late clock, has nowhere to go. Great job running hard. And then here's the charge.
Thomas is there to take it. They've held Notre Dame to 4 points in 4 minutes to open up this half. Donovan back out to Mayer. Duke now 3 for 14 from deep.
I would shallow cut Jackson through the top of that 2-3 zone and get her back to the middle of the floor. Here comes full court pressure. Duke trying to pick up the tempo a little bit with their defense.
Carlin and Caval now in the game together, the two bigs for the Fighting Irish. And a bad pass, Miles able to salvage something and draws a foul and comes up a little gimpy. Oh, turns the ankle, that left ankle stepping on a foot. Olivia will stay in the game, shoot the free throws, 79% free throw shooter. She is the only player in the power leagues this year, averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. She's featured in 3 triple-doubles as well, and now she's going to come out.
I mean, she leads the league in assists. She sees the second level so well. She's best in transition. 52 total threes in her first 3 years at Notre Dame. She's made 68 this season. She's significantly improved that part of her game.
And they may need to retape that left ankle. She checks out.
I like Jackson on the top of the floor right there. That's where I think she's going to get some open looks.
Thomas crashes glass. Another lead change. Under 5 to go, and the Irish with just 1 basket in this quarter. And a 3-second violation. Duke on top. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement and benefits plan that works for your team.
The action, like the clock, is always moving. But sometimes time seems to stop.
Oh, my goodness!
Anything can happen. It all comes down to this. Game. the action, like the clock, is always moving. But sometimes time seems to stop.
Oh, my goodness!
Anything can happen. It all comes down to this game.
Oh, championship week. And we're headed to the SEC coming up next. A doubleheader from Greenville with top-seeded South Carolina and Oklahoma. And then Texas, the co-champs with the Gamecocks, will take on LSU. That's the rest of our quadruple header today. We've seen Wes Moore signing autographs, eating pizza, taking photos, kissing babies, you name it. When you're the #1 seed and you already got a spot in the finals, you can relax for a few minutes.
A few, not much.
They lost to Notre Dame in the championship last year, but they also have a three-peat from a couple of years ago as Jackson nails a three, and the Blue Devils are getting it done here in the third.
It's a good job by Carol Lawson to get her on the top of the floor. I think that's where your openings are to be able to score, especially for Jackson on the top of the floor to shoot the three.
They've held Notre Dame to 1 basket, now 2 this entire quarter. Nice feed from Miles to Carlin.
Jackson down here in the corner.
DeJesus, who gave him a nice spark in the first half. Gets it back. Prosper with the closeout. Hidalgo got a hand in there. Jackson will scramble.
Jackson stepping into it in the slot. It's a good job of moving the ball, shifting the zone, and then a nice screen and roll.
This is a real test for Notre Dame to maintain their poise. They have not had but 5 close games this year decided by single digits. 3 of their last 4 have come down to that. As Miles buries a three. And Duke giving them a test here today as Notre Dame goes back in front. Irish with wins over UConn, Texas, and USC. Potentially 3 #1 seeds in the NCAA tournament.
Good ball fake. And that just opened up enough of a window for Jackson to hit Donovan on the nail. Duke doesn't always flash somebody in there, but when they do, they've had success.
Carlin to Westbeld, and can't convert. Maddie still scoreless in the game. Limited minutes due to that bloody nose in the first half. Okananwa tried to drop it off to Fournier in the middle of a bunch of defenders. Miles able to knock it away from DeJesus, pulls up for 3. And a traveling violation.
You got to have possession of the basketball for there to be traveling. And when 2 people are they both occupying the ball at the same time? This is Miles on the left side of the floor with a catch and shoot. And then Donovan at the nail.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Is this the first we're seeing Fournier in this quarter?
Tied up by Westbeld. Notre Dame ball.
He'll be Fournier getting some minutes here. Leading scorer for Duke.
$15 turnovers, resulting in 19 points for Notre Dame. And DeJesus with a strip on a lazy play at midcourt.
Sloppy.
Jackson, the no-look Fournier, able to finish after a tough catch. Miles, Hidalgo walked.
I mean, this is sloppy exchange right here. I mean, DeJesus just pokes her hand in there. DeJesus, to her credit, ready to make a play. And what a catch by Fournier.
6th turnover of this quarter for the Irish to go along with just 3 baskets. The Duke defense stifling. DeJesus off the ball fake.
Look at Okananwa in there, making a play.
Took that away from Citron and then draws the foul.
I mean, it is all-out effort and hustle. You talk about playing hard. Oluchi Okananwa right here comes in from the strong side just to get a deflection.
Oluchi 68% for the sophomore from Boston. Last time in the finals for Duke, 2014. Their last championship, 2013. It's been a minute, and now they are enjoying their biggest lead of this semifinal. Minute to go in the 3rd. Westbeld tries to wrap it. Duke basketball.
I think the sense of urgency at some point is going to kick in for Notre Dame, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okananwa thought about the 3, drives to open up a look for Jackson. Last touch by Carlinets. Okananwa again getting them a possession.
Okananwa is just like, she's like Hidalgo. If you can't see her, you know she's coming. You got to know where she is.
Shot clock now off for the Blue Devils. And that's going to be a foul on Miles with 3 seconds to go.
Did they have a foul to give?
Yeah, it's only their 3rd.
So
they've got 1 more to give here.
It's actually not a bad play.
Okananwa to inbound. Good if it goes. Duke holding Notre Dame to its lowest point total through 3 quarters with 6 turnovers for Notre Dame as the Duke defense took charge. They're up 5. Winner gets NC State tomorrow in the ACC championship game. And Hidalgo trying to show some of that urgency. They're 2-2 in their last 4 games.
I don't know who that pass was to.
They are the more experienced bunch as well. As we go into the 4th.
You got to move the ball, play a little bit more off the pass, not so much off the dribble. Good twist action by King.
5 on the shot clock.
You got to keep Miles away from that right hand. It's too dangerous.
DeJesus forces a step back. Good defense again for Duke.
Duke is not able to get anything easy, nothing in transition. Their offensive rebounding has been important in keeping them in the game. They've got 8 offensive rebounds. They've scored 13 points off those 8 rebounds.
And their bench solid like Oluchi. They've got 24 points off their bench. It's a 9-0 Duke run. And the Irish in big trouble here early in the 4th. Hidalgo met in the lane by Donovan. Duke ball.
A 24% three-point shooter catch and shoot in the slot. Just that one dribble towards Miles occupied her enough to not allow her to get there in time to defend. You got to manipulate the top of the 2-3 zone. You want to put 3 players up there, shallow cut, attack the defender, dribble at the top of the zone. It'll create space.
Richardson with Citron defending, pass picked off. Irish looking to end a 5-minute scoring drought. Caval working and scoring. Hidalgo able to punch it loose, gets another steal, and the layup and a foul. Donovan tried to contest the shot, and it could turn into a 3-point play.
Well, first of all, DeJesus has been having trouble in this matchup with Hidalgo. It was a matter of time before she got a tip and deflection, a steal, and then if you're going to try to block this, you better make sure that you don't allow Hidalgo to have an and-one opportunity. She is very capable of taking over the game at any point.
Her second basket of this second half, and adds the free throw. She's got 19. And back to a 1-possession game, 7.5 to go.
And Kara Lawson adjusts immediately, getting DeJesus off the ball, going to their horn set against their man.
Thomas faces, spins to the baseline and draws the foul. Delaney, a 75% free throw shooter. That's the third on Caval. Mayer will get back into the game for DeJesus.
Toby Fournier, the leading scorer for Duke, has only played about 4 minutes in the second half.
Freshman continues to look on from the side.
Kara Lawson has really gone with a smaller lineup against the zone.
Blue Devils 9 of 10 at the free throw line today.
Everybody snapping fingers on Notre Dame side and Duke side. They know the scout.
Hidalgo trying to shake Okananwa. Into the lane, floats one up, no. Good help again from Donovan. Last touched by Duke.
So there wasn't a change of possession, so 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
See if the Irish notice. They do on the lob to Westbeld. Hard off the back iron. Still looking for her first basket as Citron gets the tie up.
That leprechaun has more energy than any of the 10 players on the floor right now.
Miles watches from the side. I'll get the shot clock back up to 30 there on the reset. Citron, baseline drive, blocked. Duke's got it, and a breakaway for Mayer. Defense to offense for the Blue Devils.
Oh, they missed Koval. There she is on the lob. Oh, as soon as she puts it down, Donovan's ready.
Comes down to take it away. Duke with numbers. And they'll set in the quarter court. Coming up on 6 minutes to play.
Duke recognizing the man-to-man defense right here. Kara Lawson in her natural state as point guard over there on the sideline.
Jackson, step back. Prosper's got it. Cass will try, way off. She had Westbeld posted up underneath. And now the decision making, the shot selection going to be critical.
All right, they're giving the ball back to Notre Dame. Was there a deflection? I don't know. I didn't think there was a deflection there, but they're calling.
The official just motioned off somebody's leg. Hidalgo on the inbound. Hannah off the bounce. No. Rebound Thomas. Prosper over the back. Duke has held Hidalgo to just 2 buckets in this second half. And for the Fighting Irish, only 5 baskets in 15 minutes. What a job by the Duke D so far. Jackson trying to work it on the other end. Okananwa right there, and it scoots away. Citron with Hidalgo, 3 defenders back.
Good hedge right there to allow Duke to get organized defensively. They're always on a strong hedge on that ball screen.
Hidalgo with the cross and the pull-up. And somebody said held ball and somebody said foul. So held ball it is, Duke ball.
The Blue Devils with a lead over the number 3 team in the country right now, relying on their D.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Ally, the bank that's your ally. Little bracket slap for NC State, the #1 seed, a winner over North Carolina earlier in our first semifinal. They are into the championship game, and right now the Duke Blue Devils threatening to get there. Big improvement from their loss in the regular season against Notre Dame. Clamping down on defense, scoring a bit more, and they are under 5 minutes away from the upset to get into the finals. What you got for us, Taylor?
Yeah, in that huddle, Coach Neil Ivey was reminding her team, we've got a lot of time, settle in. Her message was to calm down, shoot with confidence, and get stops defensively, and she reiterated, 1 possession at a time, guys.
Well, I would be careful right here with Hidalgo, who's so quick with her feet, doesn't take a negative step, active hands. You got to find a way to score below the free throw line. Duke turns the ball over in situations so often today.
Out of timeouts, Debbie.
I mean, not good.
That's 21 giveaways. Full court pressure even after the miscue.
Well, I think Carol Lawson has seen that taking Notre Dame deeper into the shot clock has been an issue. So I like the extended pressure.
Hidalgo's got 19. Nobody else has been a threat. Citron for 3. They were 2 for 12 from downtown before that look. Under 4 to go for a spot in the ACC finals. And Hidalgo, too touchy.
I mean, watch the work, Citron, without the basketball. Citron's going to float out to the three-point line, and here's where Westbelt's going to do a nice job of changing the angle on her screen. She took 2 Duke Blue Devils out with that 1 screen and gave Citron enough time.
Okananwa with 10 is their leading scorer. No one has really established themselves as a go-to guy today with a hot hand for Duke. Notre Dame was out of bounds. Duke has it with 5 on the shot clock.
Beth, you can't dribble the ball at the top of the floor against Hidalgo. You got to get dribble entries, high post entries, move it, get below the free throw line. If you stay up there, she's just going to give you an incredible agita and a nightmare. And gray hair on the sideline.
Jackson had the shot blocked by Hidalgo, and now 3 on the shot clock. Almost another takeaway, 1 on the shot clock now. Active hands for Notre Dame. 16 steals today for the Irish, led by Hidalgo.
Because Duke doesn't shoot the 3 ball well, Notre Dame has really covered inside out all game. Shot clock violation after a couple of situations that you have to be able to execute well in late game. Nobody knows that better than Carol Lawson.
Notre Dame fans trying to egg on the Irish. Have trailed this entire 4th quarter. And that's a whistle off the ball on the Blue Devils. Duke's 2nd foul. Notre Dame with 3 team fouls. Both sides full complement of timeouts.
Trying to top block that screen. Citron still gets to her spot.
Duke's got it. 3 minutes to go. And a foul out top by Prosper.
I don't know why. I mean, next foul puts Duke at the free throw line. No fouls is right, Coach Ivey.
Notre Dame trying to defend their ACC championship, trying to hold out hope for a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament, both in jeopardy here at the hands of the Duke Blue Devils. Donovan, short. Okananwa keeps it alive, and here comes Hidalgo, the ACC Player of the Year. And she's never going to get the ball back. Prosper steps out of bounds.
Miles sits after turning that ankle. We haven't seen her come back since.
The assist leader in the ACC unable to get back out on the floor here.
This is what you got to do if you're going to run offense from the top of the floor. Whoever Hidalgo's guarding, get off the ball.
And now Miles upset to check back in. Duke will take this under 2 minutes to go. Jackson has to chuck. And Duke gets it.
Notre Dame's got to lock in right here. 1-4 low. They're going to let Ashlon Jackson go one-on-one right here against Carlin.
Jackson, no go. Prosper had it. Okananwa knocked it loose. And a collision with Dee Kantner, and she says it's Duke basketball. And nope, now they're going to fix it and send it the other way. Notre Dame basketball. This will allow Miles to come back in.
They're going to look at it. A scramble, and a scramble. 4-point Duke lead here, Beth.
The ball on the floor, who's white ball. We're going to review that.
Welcome back to the ACC on ESPN. Semifinals of the ACC tournament. Minute and a half to go to get into the finals, and the officials looked at this, and it is indeed off of Duke, so it's Notre Dame ball. The Duke defense has held the Irish to 50 points, 30 below their average. Irish have scored just 6 baskets in the second half. And Miles will come back in with 1:31 to go. Winner gets NC State tomorrow in the finals. Duke, the 3 seed Notre Dame, shared the regular season title with the Wolfpack.
I think Citron's who they're going to right here. Look for her on a pin down.
Hidalgo, floater, no good. Duke's got it, headed the other way. On the run, Okananwa beats everybody up the floor for the lay-in. 2-possession lead.
Duke stayed solid on that drive down the lane line, didn't pinch.
Westbeld 3. It'll stay at this end.
They're gonna have to review this one also. Watch the speed of Duke going the other way. Nice job to get ahead of the basketball and transition off the rebound. I like the design of the play. It was Hannah Hidalgo down the lane line with Citron in the corner, so you can't pinch. She's got to make that play.
We're going to take another look at this with 1:01 to go. Call on the floor was Notre Dame ball. Oh, that looks like it is off Carlin.
Yes,
it may go the other way to Duke with another one-and-done possession. Let's see, this might be another good look here.
Oof, it's hard to tell. That angle, it looks like it's Duke's ball. That's why the officials can look at it at the late game, inside 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. Notre Dame has lost 2 of their last 4 games, and they had only lost 2 games at Thanksgiving before that. They had won 19 in a row before NC State and Florida State beat them.
Officials really working to make sure they get this right. As it stands, it would be Duke and North Carolina State in the final. One of the best games of the regular season between those two in the Play for K game during the regular season.
It's got to be conclusive that the call on the floor can be overturned, if the call can be overturned.
Haven't been to the finals.
The call is confirmed, white ball.
Oh, they're going to keep it this end.
Correct, shot clock at 20.
Duke trying to get to the championship game for the first time in 11 years. And a shot at their first ACC crown in 12.
Duke switching on everything right here.
Final minute, Hidalgo spins into the lane. Off glass for 2. She's got 21. And a timeout called for Duke. I think they're going to advance back in a moment. Duke with the lead and the basketball. Duke trying to return to the finals for the first time since 2017. Notre Dame trying to defend their championship.
This is an important defensive stance right here for Notre Dame. They don't have any fouls to give. They got to get a rebound. I would take Hidalgo far away from the ball as I could right here.
Keep her on the other side. Mayer. Hard off the iron, and she gets it back.
You got a foul. You
And
got a
now
foul.
Notre Dame's got to go get her.
What a rebound.
13th offensive rebound for Duke, and that one of the biggest of the season.
They missed 31 shots, and they rebounded 13 of them. It's pretty close to their 42% offensive rebounding percentage. These are big free throws right here. Notre Dame does have timeouts remaining to advance the ball.
Duke's 9 of 10 from the line. Jackson 2 for 2. Hits on the first. Misses the second. And Notre Dame timeout to advance.
With the amount of three-point weapons that Niele Ivey has on the floor, and one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country.
New school record for them this year.
I'm going for the three right here. I've got confidence in my shooter. You heard Taylor's report about shoot the ball with confidence. I'm throwing a direct feed if I can inside, make the defense collapse, and then spray it out. Or I'm getting Hidalgo on a ball screen where she can get downhill and then kick to a three-point shooter. But I'll tell you what, Duke has done a really good job of staying locked into shooters on the strong side. So if you do go right hand down the lane line, you got to throw that crackback pass and look for the three.
2-possession game with 22 seconds to go. Hidalgo with 21 to lead all scorers. Okananwa with 12, Jackson with 10 for the Blue Devils.
So Duke has timeouts. So Duke switches on everything, does not foul, contest, rebound. I'm calling a timeout till I can advance the ball. If I need to, if it's a long rebound, I'm not calling timeout. If it's a rebound right under the basket, I am.
Possession arrow with the Irish if there's a tie-up. Looks like Miles will inbound.
So look for Miles to get it right back. This is a smaller defensive lineup on the floor, what Kara Lawson has gone with most of the game.
Miles has 2 of their made three-pointers on the day. That's all they've got. Citron, they're gonna set her up for 3. Tries to track down the rebound, and the Blue Devils have it. Okananwa is fouled. 15 seconds to go.
The flare screen by Westbeld. And the 3 by Citron. I do agree with going for 3 there.
And some free throws now for Duke to really stretch it.
This holds. That's 3 losses in the last 5 games for Notre Dame.
NC State, Florida State. Blue Devils trying to get one here and get back to the finals. Still 2 possessions. Not anymore. 7-point Duke lead, 15 seconds to go. Today's Experts at Work brought to you by Principal.
Okananwa with a 3 in the corner in the second half. She's done such a good job of being disruptive with deflections and hustle plays. She's a 24% three-point shooter with a couple of triples, and then here's the big board. Active, disruptive, head in the game all the time.
Duke solid at the line. Notre Dame taking advantage of turnovers. But it's been a story of the Duke defense shutting down Hidalgo in the second half and holding Notre Dame well below their scoring average. Hannah gets inside and is fouled with 12 seconds left.
Why would you even contest that?
Now you can get points up and force Duke to try and inbound again.
Well, they're going to have to advance the ball here. They do have timeouts remaining. I wouldn't let Notre Dame's pressure, nor would I let Hidalgo have any chance to make a steal under your own basket.
Gets them both. Timeout to advance. Last time there was an all-triangle final was 2013. Last time it was Duke NC State, 2010. That's how the final looks right now, unless Notre Dame can pull off the miracle finish.
I mean, what an incredible job by Duke. They just kept hanging in there. It wasn't pretty. I said first to 50. I really didn't believe I was saying it at the time in the first half, but Duke did get to 50 first, and I think Niele Ivy's going to have to get her group reconnected and back to what got them a 19-game winning streak in the middle of the season.
Inbound to Mayer. And now Duke will try and play keep away. The foul with 7 seconds to go. And now the Blue Devils are feeling it. One of their worst performances of the regular season avenged in the ACC tournament. And what a turnaround for Kara Lawson and this Blue Devil team. And now all of a sudden, what looked like a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament, they got a chance to bump that up depending on how other teams fare in other tournaments around the country.
Solidly hosting as one of the top 16 for sure. Charlie Cream has them on the 3. Be hard to get to the 2, but if they can win tomorrow, NC State is a 2.
Yeah. Charlie's got TCU and LSU in front of them. They both play their quarterfinals today. TCU with the early lead over West Virginia. And that LSU-Texas game is coming up tonight on ESPN2.
Looking forward to the Ohio State-UCLA game as well.
Well, Michigan's only a point down on USC in the third quarter. Here we go, Notre Dame to inbound, 7 seconds to go. Miles. Westbeld. Miles on the drive, gets the layup, 1.6 seconds to go. And all Duke has to do now is inbound it. And now Kara will call a timeout.
I mean, they couldn't get the ball in bounds, so she had to burn that timeout. Now they get to advance the ball. You start looking forward to the NC State Duke game. NC State won in that Play for K game, Beth. We were there for the call on that one. That was one of the best games, as you mentioned, one of the best games of the season in the ACC.
Duke will be going for a 9th championship. It'll be their 16th trip to the finals. Looking to return to the glory days of when Gail Gestenkors and Elena Beard and Mo Curry were there. They won 5 in a row in the early 2000s. Their last championship in 2013, and they'll play for another one tomorrow. The 3 seed Duke stuns the 2 seed Notre Dame and sends the defending champ